welcome to another edition of Business Owner Spotlight Series. We are here today with Mark Smith of Fulton Smith Insurance. We're glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
Good. So to start out today, tell me and the viewers a little bit about your business.
Okay, we're an independent agency. We just opened February the 1st. I have 35 years experience in the insurance industry, but decided to go out on my own. We're a full service insurance agency. We do personal lines, commercial lines, life insurance, different forms of life insurance. We have Medicare supplements. We hit the ground running on February the 1st. We've been able to help quite a few families here in the area already, but always looking for more. And same with the business side of things. We've written quite a few small businesses already. And one of our main companies that we work with is Erie Insurance, and they're extremely competitive. They offer some fantastic coverages, and it's been a joy working with them.
Yeah, not a lot of people know about Erie, I feel like, but I've used them for my entire adult life, so I'll plug them a little bit for you. You said that you had been open since February, but how long have you been in the insurance business in general?
Since 1986. I was an agent with another company, and I retired from there in January of this year and just wasn't quite ready to go sit on the couch. And so here we are.
Okay. We had briefly discussed that you had a partner.
Yes, my nephew, Trey Fulton, is partners, and he's younger, so the agency will be here for many, many years.
So obviously, you've been in the industry for a long time, so I wouldn't say that you're a greenhorn or anything. But what has been the biggest challenge you've had to overcome with transitioning?
Just the startup of things, the expenses that are involved in purchasing a location, and the electronics, the paper, the phone systems, just the whole 9 yards are consuming, both monetary and time. I don't want to call it a challenge, but it was intense. There was just a lot that had to be done, and there's a lot that still has to be done.
Another question for you is, what do you think the future looks like, and what do you see as the main challenge moving forward?
Well, for us personally, the challenge is getting people to know who we are and where we are. The advertising dollars are stretched as far as, where do you spend it and how do you spend it? But just getting people to know who we are.
What are your biggest learnings in business and life?
Wow, what a question. I think that as time has gone along, if you just treat people the way you want to be treated, that's the biggest thing that I emphasize here is service. We want to be available. We want to help you. We want to take care of the problems the best we can. We just need to provide that service to our clients. And the challenge is that so many people are using the internet for that type of thing anymore, especially in the insurance world. So there's a gazillion companies out there that are online. And that's fine and dandy till you got a problem, and then you need somebody like me to come in and help facilitate, get the problem resolved.
You're a brokerage. How many insurance companies do you work with?
Well, currently, we only have 4. There's 2 things going on. One, the insurance world is getting very hard right now. Between COVID, a lot of companies froze pricing during COVID. COVID, in their eyes, is over from that standpoint as far as everything shutting down. And so they haven't taken rate increases for a couple of years. So a lot of the companies are taking rate increases, and a lot of companies are not taking on new agents at this time. Between the Florida disasters and the coast disasters and that type of thing, the insurance companies are tightening up, and we're new, so we aren't seeing it so much yet, but we will, just like everybody else, is the rate increases that are going to happen. Everybody's tight on money. Everything's going up, and insurance is no different. The other thing we have are the challenges of the after effects of COVID, such as the pricing of lumber has gone through the roof. So when we have a house fire or something like that, that increases the amount of payment that we have to make to repair it. The other one that I'm hearing and seeing is how much labor is costing now. So therefore, that cost has to get passed on when there's a claim, whether it be auto or home. And then the other thing that has come into play with us some is it's very difficult to get parts for cars right now. So if your car's involved in an accident, it's not the body shop's fault, it's not our fault, but it may be 2 or 3 months before the parts come in. And so for 2 or 3 months, I'm paying for a rental car that I was only paying maybe 2 or 3 days for a rental car. So
Yep.
all those expenses go into the cost of the insurance. And as a consumer, we don't always realize that. We're a business and that cost is going to get passed on like it does with everybody else.
Do you see those rates flattening out in terms of their rise?
I don't yet. All your major insurance companies have taken tremendous losses the last quarter, and they're projecting tremendous losses this quarter. And this is industry wide. This isn't us. This is industry wide. I see those rates continue to climb. I was talking with a contractor. He was talking about how much he's having to pay the guys to come to work for him now. He used to be paying $15, $16 an hour, and now he's paying $30 an hour. His cost has gone up. He's going to pass that on to us. None of us know what's going on with the economic side of things right now. And so from that standpoint, it's too hard to speculate. I mean, we just don't know. This is unprecedented.
Well, kind of on that note, not all doom and gloom, but
Yeah.
what advice would you give someone thinking of going into business?
Well, I'd say be prepared and be patient. I think the patience part is my hardest part. I want everything like we've been here for 35 years and there's growing pain I have to be patient with. And that's not one of my strengths. And so therefore that's something that I have to deal with on a daily basis. The other thing is if you think you're just going to go into business and just have all this free time and all this, that, and the other, you're gravely mistaken. Your business may be open 9 to 5, but you're not. There's many late nights and many days at 6 a.m. is when I open. Clients work 9 to 5, a lot of them do. And so I have to be accessible after 5 o'clock. And so I'm a guy that gives his cell phone number out. I expect you to call me on my cell phone if you have a problem at 10 o'clock at night. I've actually had a 2 a.m. phone call in December. Our house was on fire and I drove up and picked him up and got him a hotel room. And that's what we do. And that's what I think that if you're opening your own business, that's what I would say is, what are you going to do differently than the guy down the street? And you have to be prepared to do that. It's not 9 to 5.
Well, Mark, we're about to end our interview here. Do you have any offers that you can give to the people watching this video?
My offer is this: give us a job. I've always said I may not be smarter and I may not be cheaper, but I'll certainly outwork anybody that I compete with. And that is something that I pride myself on. We're available all the time.
Thank you for being a guest on our Business Owner Spotlight series.
Thank you.